This Thanksgiving weekend, you should be thankful that you're not climbing this mountain, which is the deadliest mountain in all of Europe, if not the entire world. What do you think is the deadliest mountain on the planet? K2 and Annapurna are often cited as the most dangerous, as they have insane fatality rates of roughly 25 to 30%. But here's the thing, not all that many people climb those mountains, so their death toll is actually pretty low. Only 96 on K2 and 75 on Annapurna. For comparison, this much smaller mountain in the Alps reportedly claims 100 lives per year on average. This is Mont Blanc. Located on the border between France and Italy, Mont Blanc rises to an elevation of 15,766 feet, making it not only the highest point in the Alps, but in all of Western Europe. Additionally, with an impressive 15,407 feet of prominence, Mont Blanc is the second most prominent mountain in Europe and the 11th most prominent on Earth overall. However, although these numbers are pretty impressive, the craziest number associated with Mont Blanc is definitely its death toll. You see, a 1994 report estimated that the total number of deaths on Mont Blanc was between 6,000 and 8,000, the most of any peak on the planet. Additionally, sources often state that the mountain sees about 100 deaths per year, although this number seems to be unsubstantiated and the actual number is closer to 10 to 20 deaths per year. But regardless of what the exact death toll is, one thing is perfectly clear. Mont Blanc is incredibly deadly. But what is it exactly that makes Mont Blanc one of the deadliest peaks in the world? After all, it's only half the elevation of K2 and Annapurna, and it's far less technical to climb. Well, the main reason behind the high death toll is that, unlike K2 and Annapurna, Mont Blanc sees an incredible number of climbers every single year. Due to its accessibility and its status as the highest point in the Alps, Mont Blanc sees roughly 20,000 climbers annually, making it a pretty crowded mountain. And making matters worse is the fact that many of those climbers are inexperienced, underprepared, and attempting the climb without a guide, leaving them vulnerable to hazards like avalanches, unpredictable weather, or rockfall. In fact, Mont Blanc is notorious for its high rockfall risk, as rockfalls in the infamous Grand Couloir alone killed 74 climbers and injured nearly 200 more between 1990 and 2011. And unfortunately, rockfall risks on the mountain have only been exacerbated in recent years by climate change. So much so that experienced guides won't even take clients to certain parts of Mont Blanc during the height of summer. But rockfall isn't the only danger increased by climate change, as avalanches are also becoming more common and crevasses are becoming more prevalent on glaciers. These hazards are becoming so extreme that recently a mayor of a small town on the lower slopes of Mont Blanc has suggested that anyone who attempts the mountain should be charged a €15,000 deposit, €10,000 for rescue operation, and another €5,000 for funeral fees. Clearly, this already dangerous and deadly mountain is becoming even more so, meaning that anyone who attempts it should do so with caution. Comment below if you knew how deadly Mont Blanc was, and let me know what you'd like to see tomorrow for day 27 of Mountain Month.